Hello, once again, audience. Welcome to a review of Outlast. So I'm doing this for a school project, and so basically I have to narrate a gameplay. It says it's supposed to take an hour, but they didn't know I was secretly been a YouTuber for 5 years. So we're going to be comparing my favorite game, which is Outlast. This game came out early on when the PlayStation came out, and was out even before the PlayStation 4 came out. It was originally a PC game, and it was originally made by, I'll wait for a couple minutes before I continue with my analysis.
To attend this weekend seminar on Beulah Avenue in Puebla. And if you're out late tonight, you may see some low-flying helicopters near Silverthorne and Leadville. Seems the Arapaho Park services will be spraying for an infestation of box elderbugs. But do keep all pets and children indoors between the hours.
Looks like we stopped. Alrighty then. Let's grab our handy dandy file. Read that real quick. Alright. So, this game came out originally back on PC. Came out a couple years ago, if I do remember correctly. It was originally made by Red Barrels, which they were responsible for making this. They are a small independent indie game company, but they managed to make the heck they managed to make a sorry, distracted. They managed to make a very good AAA title game with just a small studio. Now, the plot of this is basically you're an ace reporter and was sent a mysterious email by another reporter of mysteriously going-ons, of mysterious happenings at this estate. Which, as you can see here, I like the art style, because basically, I like the art style. It's very grainy, but very spooky at the same time. And the sound effects and just the atmosphere makes you feel very immersed in the game. Now, as you can see, as you saw in the beginning of this, we're armed with a single camera. This is pretty much your only source of A, light, and B, basically your only item in the game that you get. That and batteries. The only problem is, you see that gauge in the top right corner, that is your basic means of survival. Batteries are essential in this game. As well are documents, which we picked up in the very beginning, the whistleblower. You'll find these scattered throughout the game. And these kind of reveal the backstory of a lot of different characters you'll see throughout the game. As well as, it'll give you hints onto what to pretty much expect next. Now, these notes are from the main character that we're playing as. You never see his face. That's part of the immersive process. These notes are basically events you'll take after encountering certain characters or seeing certain events transpire. Now, this game is very immersive, but I have to say, the only problem that takes away is, I mean, batteries are easy to find, but, I mean, I feel a lot of this stuff, like the documents and stuff that reveal a lot of the backstory, I kind of wish they could have added in the game, actually. Just an open window, nobody mind anything. I wish they could have added that, because, I mean, it kind of takes away from the whole horror aspect. Usually in a horror movie, the villain or whatnot has a horrible backstory that's revealed throughout the game. Shush, I'm doing an analysis. It'll be revealed either early on or towards the end of the story. This, however, it doesn't really reveal much if you don't collect a lot of the documents, which leaves it pretty much up to the reader's interpretation of is everybody just crazy or is there a reason to the madness. As I mentioned, you'll encounter many different characters. We probably won't encounter very much. There's one. One of the inmates just locked themselves in the bathroom. But I do like the fact that it just drops you in the middle of the story. Now there is DLC that reveals what happens to the events before all this. It's kind of a prequel DLC, I like to use the term. Prequel DLC as in... As I was saying, DLC is both a prequel and a sequel. It takes place during, before, and after the events of the main game, which the music is being very loud and causing me not to talk.
They killed us. You got out. The variants. You can't fight them. You have to hide. You can unlock the main doors for security control.
So we're about to, as you can see, there's one of the variants he was talking about. So the DLC takes place before, in the beginning, during, and after the events of the main game, which it kind of loops everything together. Now there is a sequel coming out, which I'm very excited for. Real quick, before we continue on, is there anything else? I think really what could have improved this game is pretty much if you added more to the story, which hopefully they'll learn from their, I mean, this game is a great game, don't get me all, it's just minor nits and picks here, but, but it's really just minor nit and picks here and there, but it's really a good game and I would recommend playing it. Looks like we encountered one of the other main characters of the game.
I see. Merciful God, you have sent me an apostle. Guard your life, son. You have a calling.
And as again, so that was Father Martin. He is one of the main characters. There's not a lot of main characters in this story. There's the hero, and there's a couple villains spread out, and there's also another character that you meet later on towards the end of the game, as well as the many different inmates. This game is a little lackluster when it comes to character diversity. Most of the inmates you see won't harm you, but some of the variants and main story villains will. But overall, this is a pretty good game I would recommend playing. It was one of the very first games I played on the channel. It got a lot of buzz, and I think Red Barrels did a fabulous job. The music is very immersive, and the story leaves you intrigued and wanting more, even though you're probably terrified by now, just watching this first 10 minutes. And I have to warn you, it all just goes downhill from here. Anyway, well, thank you guys for tuning into this review of Outlast. There's just a couple inmates saying hi to the blood spatter on the TV. I mean, nothing wrong with that, am I right, boys? I think I am. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully I get a good grade on this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.